Hello pilots and ground crew, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk about PIDs and rates as well. However, as it says in the title, sort of like super simple, super basic, and I'm keeping it as basic as I possibly can. Alright, so if you're into fine tuning your quads and stuff, I'll tell you right now, this video is not for you, so I'd go watch something else. But an absolute beginner who hasn't got a clue what PID is or what the rates do or anything, keep watching, you'll find this quite interesting. And if I get anything wrong, please tell me in the comments, because that's the only way you learn in this game. Alright, might have been building them and stuff like that for a long time, but I'm always learning stuff. Joshua Bardwell, if you're well into this hobby, you'd have heard of him. I watch his videos. He put one out recently, and I learned something straight away from watching that. I had no idea to do a Betaflight, and I thought I'd basically got Betaflight down cold. And he mentioned some. I'll leave links anyhow. But getting back to today's video, right? Like I say, going to keep it as simple as possible, right? Just the absolute basics. Right, PID we'll start with first. Right, P stands for proportional, I stands for, here we go, integral, I am useless, and D stands for derivative. Should cut this, but I'll keep it going. Right then pilots, P's, and yes, as you'll notice, I've got a different t-shirt on all of a sudden. I've finished this video. Put it on my computer, bit of editing, the section on your PIDs I deleted, so I'm doing this bit all over again, and when we go on to the next bit I'll have my old t-shirt back on again, because I'm having to do this bit all over again. So anyhow, let's get back to it. Now you've had a laugh. PIDs. The first thing, and remember I'm keeping this really simple for the absolute beginners. I keep saying it, but I don't want people saying, no, but you didn't explain this or you didn't explain that and you didn't go into the, you know what I mean? I'm keeping it as simple as possible. Okay, right then, PIDs. First thing I'll tell you, Betaflight PIDs, they're not that bad. So start off, right, don't just get your flight control body frame, whatever, and plug it straight in, right, and start altering PID settings and stuff. No, take it out, fly it, because your PIDs, you might be lucky. Right, the PIDs that are already set up could be great for you. But anyway, if not, and you have to make some alterations, there we go then. Right, P, keeping it simple. If your quad is shaking about like mad in the sky and it just was not stable at all, lower your P settings. Don't touch your I and your D at this point, right? Lower your P settings. In fact, you can actually start by taking your I and your D right down to say 0, right, if you're making alterations. But anyway, start with your P. If your quad's shaking about, lower your P, test it until it's pretty solid and it's nice and level. Now if your quad's moving like this, real as if it's sorry, drunk, just in case younger viewers, if it's moving real sort of like asleep, right, then raise your P a little bit, because you're trying to get it to be pretty solid. Okay, right, that's P. Now your I will, well, I'll say always, yeah, your I will always, more complaints please, your I will always be a little bit lower than your P. Might be a lot lower, but it'll always be lower than your P. And what your I does, so when you take off, your quad might be solid, but it's drifting. There's a bit of wind and it's causing it to drift. Alright, it's not staying upright, it's not staying vertical, horizontal, yeah, it's not staying vertical, sorry, I had to think back to my planes then. It's not staying vertical, right, slightest breeze and she's just drifting and she's not correcting. Right, that's where your eye comes in. So let's assume you did put your eye down to 0. Right, just start raising your eye until it levels itself off again, almost like the same as the P. Right, but unlike the P, which is for the shaking, the I is more for if it gets into one position, big gush of wind gets into that position, it'll just stay like that forever. It won't try and level out. So that's where your I comes in. Okay then. Now your D. And your D is, well, can't get me words out here. New day, new shape, no words again. Your D. Say you do a sharp turn, right, and your quad turns like that, and then it shakes a bit, then it stops. So you're going along, you do a turn, and it shot, and then it stops. It's going, you're turning, you know what I mean, and it's shaking. Bring your D rate up until you get to the point where it turns and it's rock solid, as in no shakes. Okay, like I say, I'm trying to keep this simple what your PID does. Okay, right then, so that's the absolute basics on your PID. I was going to do a quick recap then, but really fast. If it's wobbling about like mad, lower your P. Right, if it's super sluggish, raise your P a little bit. Okay, if it's drifting, that's your I gain. Bring your I up until it's more solid, until it corrects itself. Your D, if you do a turn and it shakes and then stays put, right, bring your D up until it turns and it's rock solid, no shaking at the end of the turn. So if you did a full roll, it'd, you know what I mean? So you bring your D up until you do a full roll and it's smooth, no shakes. So that's your PIDs, your PID. Okay then, right. Now for the rates. Once again, keeping it simple, I'm really just going to, well I'm going to deal with the super rates. Right. This is trying to get beginners in the mind frame, of what PIDs and rates do and how to make minor adjustments to get your quad in the air. We're not talking professional racers, right? There's a lot more to the setup than that. We're talking getting a beginner in the sky and flying reasonably solid. Okay, right, anyhow, rates. I have to go onto the computer for this and just show you how to adjust the degrees per second on your, what that is basically, while we've got the quad, if you've got a high number on your super rates, which I'll show you on the screen in a second, as you turn the quad it'll move like that. Right, say you've got 600 degrees per second, which basically means 600 degrees per second. That's the input it's going to get from stick movement. Right, so if you lower that, it'll be a more smoother reaction. Okay, you'll see that on the computer anyhow. So we'll cut to the rates, and I probably won't come back. So thanks for watching, and cheers. Right then, pilots, as you can see at the moment here, my super rates are set to 70, 70, 70. Now, as I said, I'm trying to keep this as simple and as basic as possible. Now what that means is, because they're all set on 70, my degrees up here on the right, right, 667, as in the curve you can see here. Now what the curve represents is the curve to your stick on your remote control. As in, when I hit the stick on the remote control, it's how fast the actual quad will move. As in, really fast sharp turns, if I've got the rate set at say 70, you can turn them up obviously. Right, now if your quad's moving too quick for you to handle, as in you put an input into the stick, you move the stick and it just moves too fast and you can't keep up with it, reduce these rates here. Now there is more to it before anyone leaves a comment, but as I've said, I'm trying to give the most simplest, most basic information to get somebody in the air just at the beginning, same as I did with the PIDs. But if you watch these degrees here on the right hand side, as I bring down, say we'll bring down this to, I don't know, 60. As you saw, the degree changed straight away from 667 to 500 degrees. Right, which basically means, I keep saying basically, but which means when you're giving input to the stick, it won't be as quick. The quad will move more gently, more slower. So if you put all these down to 10 for argument's sake, your quad will move very, very slow. Okay, so that's what you want to be doing to start off with. Just think, start just with your super rates. You will have to go onto your RC rates as well and things like that, but we're not dealing with that at the moment. We're keeping it simple. If your quad's moving too quick and too sharp for you to handle, go to your super rates and just lower them slightly. You won't really have to touch the bottom one, your yaw, but if it's yawing, which basically means turning to the left or to the right while it's level, okay, but you shouldn't really have to bother with that. But you picture in your roll, if it's too quick and too sharp for you, just turn these down here, these super rates, just turn them down. I would recommend dropping them 5 points at a time. Now once you get to a point where it's reasonable there, but maybe you want it to go a bit faster, bring it up at 1 point at a time or 2 points at a time, and vice versa. If you're just about there but it's a little bit too sharp, say you've got it down to 65, just drop it to say 64, then 63, and so on until you're just about there. But that will get your quad maneuvering at a more gentle pace for you. Now that's, like I said, keeping this super simple, super basic. There is more things to get on with and stuff like that, but I'm just trying to keep it as simple as possible. Okay then pilots, cheers. Hi guys, back again. I know I said I wasn't coming back, but lied to you. If you're really interested in getting your rates and your PIDs super tuned, I'm going to leave links in the description of some some channels, right, and some videos you can go to. I know I mentioned Joshua Bardwell earlier, but he's recently brought out another video on rates, and it's good. Right, but there's plenty out there, and I say, I mean, people are always learning and stuff like that. I mean, I subscribe to quite a lot of channels. I mean, Bruce Simpson, Joshua Bardwell, Stu from UAV Futures, RC Shim, HPI Guy. There's a mass list out there. But anyway, I'll leave links in the description, right, and you'll be able to find more details for people that are more advanced but still looking for more information. Like I said, this video is for the absolute beginner who knows nothing and don't understand what PIDs and rates even are and why is my quad going mental. Well, once again, I'm waffling, so thanks for watching, and cheers.